explain what's the opportunity and what is going to come of all of this that's going to make a better world.
Well, you know, we said back in the late 90s in our book, The Roaring 2000s, that there was what we call the network revolution. You could call it a lot of things, but it's a bottoms-up revolution. Things have always been run from the top down. Government, businesses, CEOs, dictatorships in third world countries. And information technologies put information right on the front lines, right in the customers and the frontline people's hand and individuals. But companies fight this. Management's been fighting it, government's been fighting it, everybody's been fighting it. When we have this kind of like big crisis, debt crisis, and everything melts down, it's going to allow us to, you can't repair the system. Healthcare is so complicated, you can't repair it. Our tax system is so complicated, there's no way you can, you know, do this and do that and repair it. We got to start over and say, look, we got 3 levels of taxes and no deductions, or maybe 1 or 2. Healthcare, boom, boom, boom. Japan, Europe, most countries spend half of what we do in healthcare and live longer than we do. There's something wrong here. Is all these complicated systems. This has been built up by lobbyists and laws over time, since World War II, I'd say, especially in the last boom. So every 250 years, you get a large enough generation that starts changes when they're young, like the baby boom and the American Revolution and the Industrial Revolution, if you go back 250 years. And then as they get older and have power and money, they kind of like demand that things change more radically. So I think the next 10 to 20 years, we predicted this a long time ago. You're seeing dictators fall around the world. This is going to keep happening. People who stop their whole economy so they can have a great life and everybody's a peasant, and they got billions of dollars around the world. These guys are dying like flies, and they're going to keep dying. Our economy is much more evolved, but we're still too top down. We're still too complicated. There's too many special interests. We need to clean the slates, get rid of a lot of debt, but also radically simplify all our systems. And I think that's going to happen only because we have a crisis. Crises provoke people to get clear and do the right thing. When the barn's burning, people walk in, they don't think about it, they walk in the barn, they save the kid and the dog and walk out a hero. Same with 9/11. Nobody thinks about it. It's a crisis. You do the right, you get clear. Without a crisis, people are like, well, I don't want to give my health care. I don't want this, and then we can't change this, or we can't stop this deduction, can't stop it. You'll never fix this system. My confidence is that we're going to have a big crisis in the next decade, probably mostly in the next 2 to 3, 4 years. And we're going to make some really big long-term changes, kind of like we did in the Great Depression, but really almost like a new constitution. I mean, almost like bigger than that. So I think it's good in the long term, and it's going to benefit younger people the most in our country, and it's going to benefit the emerging countries because they are the demographics of the future. And who knows, we might even start having more kids or attracting more immigrants again or something, but it's the emerging world that needs to learn from our lessons and do things better. If they just copy us now, they're going to be in the same mess we're in. And like we say, end of Keynesian economics. Keynesian economics started with a good idea. Governments run surpluses and booms and then run deficits, but it turned into a constant drug. No, we didn't run surpluses and boom. We borrowed, and we've perverted our economy so much that we are on crack, and we need to go through a big detox. And the markets are perverted and the government's perverted. I mean, the whole thing, I look at it and say, this is really ridiculous. A 10-year-old could figure this out. We're in trouble.
But the new day dawning is we're going to have the power ourselves as individuals.
Yes, individuals. I mean, again, it started with Greece. I mean, 1% of the people got power, democracy. But that was only 1% back then. It wasn't even 1%. But the landholders got power. But this is spreading, and it's just going to keep coming down. And again, I see companies all the time. I used to turn around companies, and when a company got in trouble, which is the only time you can really deal with stuff, I didn't listen to management. I'd go to the frontline salespeople and the backline secretaries. They tell me everything I need to know. They already know what needs to be done. Management's the problem. Management's the block. They got to have power. They got to control people. Let people do stuff. You can make them accountable down to their bottom line profitability, every single person of your company, if you do a little accounting and software work. Let people be their own business within your company. Quit controlling people and telling them what to do.
Well, outside of that, do you have any strong feelings about the matter? Hey, it's been great. Harry Dent's book, The Great Crash Ahead, Strategies for a World Turned Upside Down. The last third of the book, just tremendous ideas on changing the government, changing the way that we handle ourselves and our personal responsibility. A real good read. It's been a pleasure. Thanks
Okay,
so much for
good,
your
Bruce.
time, and we'll see you again.